It's time for the Greg Hollinden Show. Learn each week what's going on in Tell City Marksman basketball. Brought to you by the Southwest Indiana Sports Network, powered by Millie Brosper Communications.
Want to know what I like best about playing basketball for my high school? I like it because it's a place where my friends get to see me play. I like it because I'm playing for someone besides myself. I'm playing for everybody in my school and every person in my community.
Indiana high school sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
Hey everyone, Joey Chestnut here, world champion competitive eater. I follow Southwest Indiana Sports Network, and if you're hungry for sports, you should follow them too.
Follow the Southwest Indiana Sports Network at swisportsnetwork.com or search Roku for our channel at SW Indiana Sports Network.
At MAD, we believe in zero. Zero fathers who aren't there for bedtime. Zero mothers who miss the first day of school. Zero children who never come home. We believe in zero victims of drunk driving. With MAD, your support adds up to zero. Because we believe in a hug on the first day of school. We believe in another bedtime story. We believe in no more victims. We believe in zero.
Hello and welcome to this week's Greg Hollinden Show. And Coach, last week you took on South Spencer at South Spencer, very tall order for all teams in Indiana. Why don't you recap that game for us?
Yeah, it was a tough one for us. One of the better teams around, obviously record-wise, but they've had a lot of close games that they've played hard and they've pulled them out. And I think that's what makes them the most dangerous here as we get to March, is that they have all the experience playing. They're getting teams' best efforts. Everybody wants to beat them, but they're coming out on top and they're finding different ways to win. I think the night before Friday they played Forest Park. Forest Park, it seemed like they shot at least 70%. I know it was definitely in the 60s, and they still found a way to win. At Forest Park, it's a huge win. So it was a good team. We knew it was a good opponent, but I guess it didn't respond to the challenge. We were a little disappointed with the effort that we saw. Still those same mistakes with full court pressure, and we're working on it so much. And we're trying to do different things, putting people in new spots, and that chance. They're throwing the ball away. And we're keeping plugging at it. We're going to keep going, and we keep working on it. We got two games again this weekend coming up, but it was a rough one on Saturday. We were quick to put it behind us, and move on to two opponents that we feel like we match up pretty well against this next weekend.
South Spencer sits 5-0 in the conference, 13-1 overall. So a lot of teams have gotten beat by South Spencer, and they sit atop the PAC right now. And who are some of the other teams that you feel like have kind of surprised you or at the top of the PAC?
Well, I think you start right there with Posey. They had a great win by almost 20. Obviously Coach Seymour's back, and they were going to fire on all cylinders. And the conference is there, but that's another sectional opponent for us. Obviously South Spencer, coming out and just winning all these games wasn't too much of a surprise. We knew they were going to be one of the favorites, but they've done a great job and they've really played well. But then you got other teams, Princeton, Washington, all those teams. They're going to lurk around there, but South Spencer's beating them, and they're off to a good start. So, definitely Posey, I think, is dangerous. Mount Vernon can beat anybody. Princeton has the talent to beat anybody as well. So, you got South Spencer right there at the top, record-wise, but those, 6 or 7 Heritage Hills in there, too, just that 6 or 7 teams right there, just right below them. There's no big gap in between anybody.
Yeah, the PAC is definitely loaded this year. And we're back on the Greg Hollinden Show after these messages from our sponsors. You're listening to the Southwest Indiana Sports Network, powered by Millie Brosper Communications.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed. This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
Wanting to scan those old videos, films, or audio to DVD? We'll look no further than Milligan Communications. We can also scan your old pictures, slides, and negatives to picture quality as well. With thousands of happy customers, let Milligan Communications help put your treasured memories on a digital media. Call Milligan Communications today at 812-630-2449. Milligan Communications, capturing your yesterdays.
You dream it, we create it at Street Dreams. Custom paint, fabrication, stereos, wheels, tires, and more. We're also your authorized Sinister Sound dealer. Street Dreams, 317-624-1000, where you expect quality and...
Hey everyone, Joey Chestnut here, world champion competitive eater. I follow Southwest Indiana Sports Network, and if you're hungry for sports, you should follow them too.
Follow the Southwest Indiana Sports Network at swisportsnetwork.com or search Roku for our channel at SW Indiana Sports Network.
And welcome back to the Greg Hollinden Show. And this week, Coach, on Friday, you get to play Gibson Southern at home. Why don't you preview that game for us?
Yeah, so we've got Gibson Southern coming home on Friday night. We're excited to play them this year. It's been a while. We didn't catch them in the summer and haven't seen too many of them. Recently they're not in our holiday tourney either. So it's a different kind of opponent for us. Size-wise, though, they kind of match us a little bit in height. They've got some really athletic kids, though, that are strong. So it's going to be a really good game for our guards, for our young guards to go against, see some experienced players that they were in the same boat we were, last year. And this year they're growing as well. They're young. They're trying to build something up there. Really love all their guard play. They've got some shooters. They've got some athletic bigs that are kind of making them run a little bit more of a free-flowing offense. And so we're excited to play them. It's going to be something different. We're excited to get going against them and kind of set the weekend off right at home.
And, I know sectionals is still a little ways away, but, we were talking early, South Spencer will be one of the favorites for your sectional. Who are some of the other people at the top of your sectional?
Yeah, so I kind of say it's a three-headed monster right now. With North Posey, South Spencer, and Forest Park. Those are the three. They're beating each other, and they've all played each other close at least at some point where they probably there's no reason for all three of those teams not to feel like they can win the sectional. Perry's right there with them too. The way they play, they're always going to be in the game. It doesn't matter who they're playing. They're going to play fast. They're going to play hard. They're going to rotate guys. They're going to have enough guys to rotate in and play hard and do what Jeff's trying to get them to do. And so you can't count them out at all, ever. Any game they play, they're going to go all out. They're going to have the energy, and they're going to be in the game. And they're going to be, they could pull off an upset at any point. And then it's us and Crawford, and I think we're kind of on that bottom tier. Two teams that are trying to rebuild and grow, get that sectional experience there. So, as we get the draw here in about 3 weeks, we're excited to see where we fall in that. But it's definitely, kind of like PAC. You've got, one team that's beaten two teams there, but there's so many teams that just could beat anybody on any given night. And we saw that Saturday with North Posey and Forest Park. So, it's going to be just like PAC. It's going to be extremely competitive, and it might come out to who gets the best draw.
Well, Coach, good luck this week against Gibson Southern.
I appreciate that.
And you've been listening to the Greg Hollinden Show on the Southwest Indiana Sports Network, powered by Milligan Brosford Communications. We'll talk to you next week. It's time for the Greg Hollinden Show. Learn each week what's going on in Tell City Marketing basketball. Brought to you by the Southwest Indiana Sports Network, powered by Milligan Brosford Communications.
Becoming
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 22 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.